Boston Global Forum for the AI Action Summit, and I will very happy to introduce Elisabeth Moreno, former French Minister of Gender Equality, Diversity, and Equal Opportunities, and representative of the Boston Global Forum in France and in Africa. Welcome, Elisabeth.
Thank you very much. Can you hear me well?
Yes, yes.
Wonderful. And I guess you can see me as well. I wish I was in Paris together with all of you, but as this event is an hybrid event, I am currently in Malta. Some of you are based in Africa. You are from 5 continents, and I'm really, really happy to have this chance to have this conversation with you. So, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, today we really gather at a pivotal moment in our history, a moment where the choices we make will not only define the future of artificial intelligence, but will shape the very fabric of our societies, our economies, and our democracies. We all know here that AI is not just a tool. It is a force, one that can either deepen inequalities or bridge them, either automate exclusion or create opportunities, either strip away our humanity or amplify it. The path we choose is not inevitable. It is ours to define. And I'm truly honored to be here today and to welcome you in this great event as the representative of the Boston Global Forum for France and the African continent. The Boston Global Forum being an institution dedicated to forging global leadership, peace, and security through dialogue and action. And I want to extend my deepest gratitude to Mr. Nguyen An Chuan, co-founder and co-chair of the Boston Global Forum, whose vision has brought us together in this space of reflection and transformation, and to the organizers of this AI Summit Action event at the Fondation de l'École Normale Supérieure. Merci beaucoup pour l'aide que vous nous avez apportée pour l'organisation de cet événement. We also take this opportunity to present a work that pays tribute to President Emmanuel Macron and the people of France, a nation whose history is a true testament to the power of ideas, innovation, and human progress. This initiative, creating a new Paris of enlightenment, envisions France stepping forward as a global leader in the AI age, driving innovation that is deeply rooted in human values, ethics, and progress for all. Why invoke the Enlightenment? Because history has shown us that technological revolutions are meaningless without human progress. The age of enlightenment challenged dogma, democratized knowledge, and laid the foundations for modern society. Today, AI has the same potential, but only if we steer it with its wisdom, courage, and inclusivity. The Boston Global Forum is working for an AI that creates a fair, inclusive, and sustainable future, because AI must serve humanity, not just power or profit. It's a question of justice, of trust, and shared prosperity. The future of AI must be built on principles that ensure technology empowers people, strengthens societies, and safeguards our planet. And to achieve this, we need strong governance, ethical innovation, and global cooperation. And we have worked on 9 fundamental principles to address these challenges and make things happen. The first one is governance and accountability, a new social contract for AI and a global digital governance alliance to ensure fairness, transparency, and responsibility. The second point is the AI for smarter societies. We want governments to have the ability to work 24 hours, 7 days for efficient citizen-focused governance, and AIWS University to train ethical AI leaders. Not a single human being can work 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, but AI can help us keep awake and be capable to understand the world every single moment of our lives. The third topic is equity and inclusion. AI must empower all, not exclude. Gender inclusivity must be embedded at every single level. AI for well-being is also an important topic because we want to transform healthcare, education, and industry to improve people's lives. AI for sustainability is a key tool to combat climate change, optimize energy, and drive sustainability again. And why do we think that France can lead the AI age? Not just as a participant, but as a global leader in ethical, human-centered AI. And when I speak about France, this is not just a roadmap for France. It's a global call to action. And that's the reason why we have smart people from all around the world, from the 5 continents, attending this call. Because the future of AI is ours to shape. The time to act is exactly now. And the real question before us today is not whether AI will shape our future. It is how we will shape AI. Will it reinforce the divisions of the past, or will it forge new bridges of collaboration? Will it be a weapon of control or a catalyst for freedom and human dignity? Will it replace humanity, or will it elevate what makes us truly human? We have the minds, we have the vision, and the responsibility to answer these questions around this conversation. So let us not just discuss the future, let us design it together. I thank you for your attention, and I'm now going to hand over to Mr. Thuan Nguyen, CEO of the Boston Global Forum. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Elizabeth. Thank you for all coming today. And in this historical days of Paris Enlightenment, and now we think and do for new Paris of Enlightenment. At this moment, Boston Global Forum want to announce and introduce World Leader in AI World Society Award 2025 is honored to African. She is the first Minister of Digital Taiwan and Ambassador of Cyber at large, and she is a distinguished speaker of Boston Global Forum. Thank you so much for your coming today and historical moment of Paris. And in this day, there are some leaders of Boston Global Forum lead this our historical event. President Macron was honored with World Leader for Peace and Security in November at Harvard University by Boston Global Forum. And we also have Wonderland World Leader for Peace and Security Award in 2020. And with Boston Global Forum, every year we have 2 distinguished and prestigious awards. World Leader for Peace and Security to honor President, Prime Minister, head of international organization. And the second is World Leader in AI World Society to honor innovators, policymakers, and distinguished people. And in Paris, we can see Audrey Tang, we can see Alondra Nelson, we can see Amandik Gill, leader of United Nations, and yes, many world leader in AI World Society. And today we are very honored to announce, and we will organize official ceremony to honor Audrey Tang at Harvard University, April 22 in this year. So we hope all of us join to celebrate, to honor our AI World Society, AI co-leader in our society.
Thank you. This kind of came as a surprise, but I'm really thank you, Glenn, for highlighting the importance of society. We always believe that the age of AI is not about aligning AI to the logic, the tools of AI, but rather aligning AI to the society's will. And I was the first digital minister of Taiwan, where in Taiwan, Shu Wei, the name of my job, means both digital and also plural. So I'm not just the digital minister at the time, but also the minister for plurality. And so in gratitude to this recognition, I would like to share you a very small amount of text. It's a poem, a prayer that I wrote as my job description back in 2016. And it describes this vision about aligning AI to the need of the society. It goes like this. When we see the Internet of Things, let's make it an Internet of beings. When we see virtual reality, let's make it a shared reality. When we see machine learning, let's make it collaborative learning. When we see user experience, let's make it about human experience. And whenever we hear that a singularity is near, let us always remember the plurality is here. Thank you so much.
And today you can see creating a new Paris of Enlightenment. And this is a special gift we tribute to President Macron and the people of France, because France play a very important role in the world with a long history. Now we wake up, we make new enlightenment, new Paris enlightenment. So we will discuss, introduce, present, and we would like to learn and get your ideas and involve. We not only announce and discuss today, we are start for historical milestone to create new Paris enlightenment. And we would like to invite our distinguished speaker, Honorable Mark Kennedy from Wilson Center. He also board member, board thinkers member of Boston Global Forum. Boston Global Forum and Wilson Center and Institute of Strategic Competition is a partner, and we exchange and do very much many initiatives. And today we are grateful for Mark can here and speak, and Mark bring his knowledge, vision to work with President Macron and France today. Thank you so much, Mark.
Thank you, Tuan, and hopefully this speaker is close enough for everybody to hear. Distinguished guests, visionaries, it's great to be with you here today, and we really do stand at a historic crossroads. In an age when human ingenuity has birthed machines that can perform feats that used to be just in the realm of imagination, we need to decide how much of a defining force AI will be in this century and how it will define it. Yet, as we harness its power, we must ask ourselves, will AI amplify the ideals of reason, liberty, and individual dignity, the foundations of enlightenment that was spawned here in Paris? Or will it lead us down a path of control and conformity? Our challenge is threefold. First, we must ensure that humans maintain control over AI. Second, we must champion the democratic, freedom-focused model of AI over authoritarian models that threaten individual autonomy. And third, we must address the broader societal impacts that Elizabeth just spoke about of AI, whether it be fairness, privacy, future work, fair value for creators, cultural diversity, the well-being of children, sustainability, and misinformation. So let us begin with addressing our highest priority, human control over AI. To ensure AI serves humanity, we must keep humans firmly in control, especially as the AI systems in the future surpass our immediate understanding. History teaches us the perils of relinquishing unchecked power. AI must remain a tool of humanity, bounded by frameworks of accountability, transparency, and ethical responsibility. As Stuart Russell warns in Human Compatible, focusing on AI's intelligence without embracing human-centric controls poses an existential risk. Russell counsels that AI systems must be designed to prioritize human preferences, ensuring that they serve our values, not their own objectives. Henry Kissinger, Eric Schmidt, and Craig Mundie in Genesis argue that AI development must be anchored in human dignity, and that if preferences conflict with dignity, human dignity must prevail. As stewards of this technology, we must heed these calls and ensure that the human mind, not the machine, remains the ultimate arbiter of decision-making. Maintaining human control over AI is not optional. It is the bedrock upon which all else depends. Our second order priority in AI governance recognizes that we face a fundamental clash of ideals. On one side stands the democratic AI model championed by the United States, France, and our allies, a model that seeks to empower individuals, protect freedoms, and foster innovation. On the other side is the authoritarian AI model advanced by China, which uses AI for surveillance, control, and social engineering. The Chinese model prioritizes the collective over the individual, stability over freedom, party control over dissent. While efficient, it denies the human spirit the liberty to flourish. Through mechanisms such as AI-driven surveillance and social credit systems, this model transforms technology into a tool of control. In contrast, the Western model of AI is rooted in Enlightenment ideals of personal autonomy and human dignity. It views AI not as a means of control, but as a tool for empowerment, expanding opportunities, improving lives, and enabling individuals to reach their full potential. France, as a birthplace of the Enlightenment, must play a pivotal role in ensuring the democratic model prevails. Yet excessive regulations risk stifling innovation, allowing the Chinese model to triumph. The European Union's onerous AI regulatory framework, though well-intentioned, has already delayed deployment here of AI features by major technology firms and is particularly burdened to startups and small businesses. Excessive regulations may allow us to control AI and address other societal concerns, but at what cost? If such measures drive innovation elsewhere, particularly the China's state-centric model, we risk ceding leadership to an authoritarian model. And when you consider the AI applications in military, whether it be surveillance, drones, space, offensive cyber weapons, the prospects of a Chinese AI supremacy should send chills up all of our spines. The recent advances of DeepSeek suggest that this is not an idle concern. As President Macron aptly stated, quote, "Europe is in a state of economic lethargy. It must be awakened. It is technology and artificial intelligence that will allow us to revive the economy," unquote. Macron is right. Europe must balance safety and innovation, embodying the Enlightenment spirit of progress. Yesterday at the AI Action Summit here in Paris, the launch of the robust, open Safety Tool, Online Safety Tools, or Roost initiative, offered an example of how this can be achieved. Incubated at Columbia University, Roost unites tech companies and philanthropies to create open source, scalable safety frameworks for the AI era available to all. Open source safety tools foster innovation while building trust through transparency, ensuring rapid AI advancement with safeguards in place. Amanda Brock, Open UK CEO, noted that this approach highlights the EU's misalignment with global trends, contrasting the EU's burdensome AI Act with Roost's collaborative approach. Roost exemplifies how to maintain human control over AI, which is our first priority, without stifling progress, thereby also achieving our second priority of ensuring freedom-focused models prevail over authoritarian models. France and Europe must embrace such initiatives to lead in AI, avoiding the risk posed by overly restrictive regulations that could cede global leadership to China. We must also confront the societal impacts of AI, even as we must recognize that we can only be effectively addressing them if we succeed in our two higher priorities of human control and freedom-focused AI leadership. The transformative power of AI affects nearly every aspect of our lives. Addressing inherent biases in AI systems is critical to ensuring equitable outcomes. Robust measures must protect data, maintaining public trust. We must equip workers with the skills needed for the AI-driven economy. OECD countries spend 4.1% of GDP on educating our youth and 0.1% on educating adults. And in the AI-driven world, we're going to need to spend a lot more than 0.1% to upskill and reskill workers disrupted by AI. AI-generated content must respect creators' rights, ensuring they receive fair compensation. AI should support cultural diversity and serve diverse linguistic communities. Safeguards must protect children from harmful effects as AI shapes how they learn, play, and interact. The energy-intensive nature of AI demands the development of energy-efficient and sustainable technologies. AI must bolster democratic processes. That includes dealing with misinformation, and AI's influence on mental health and overall well-being must be managed responsibly. These are not abstract concerns. They are the lived reality of millions. Addressing them is essential to ensuring AI serves as a force for good, yet we must ensure that our solutions to address these concerns do not prevent AI that embraces freedom from staying a step ahead of authoritarian AI. France's luminaries from the Enlightenment offer timeless wisdom as to how we navigate AI. Rousseau reminds us, man is born free, and everywhere he is in chains. Excessive AI regulation bind our innovators in chains of bureaucracy, risking giving the advantage to authoritarian AI that squelches freedom. Voltaire, the champion of reason, would argue, think for yourselves and let others enjoy the privilege to do so too. AI regulations must encourage flexibility and individual creativity, hallmarks of Enlightenment thought. Descartes, the rationalist, would advise, divide each difficulty into as many parts as is feasible and necessary to resolve it. This underscores the need for a decentralized approach to AI governance, like Roost. Diderot, even ever open to progress, counseled, let us not be afraid of new ideas. Let us be open to the possibility that we may be wrong. The AI age demands calculated risk-taking and openness to innovation, even if it disrupts established norms. If these thinkers were alive today, would they feel more welcome in Silicon Valley or in Paris? Europe, France, must recall their wisdom and heed their advice. Rather than seeking to lead the world in excessive regulations, Europe should consider leading the world by embracing ideas like the AI World Society Government 24/7 model of government promoted by the Boston Global Forum. This is a vision of government that operates continuously, efficiently, and ethically, driven by AI to enhance human governance rather than replace it. Nearly every aspect of our lives has become continuously, efficiently, and available to us by just picking up our smartphones. We need to make sure that we have government be just as responsive. This model includes an embrace of ethical governance as well as several components. Boston Arete AI, arete being the Greek word for virtue. This is the idea that governance can be improved by government leaders having access to an AI-driven decision support agent that learns from history's greatest leaders and accumulates the wisdom of lessons learned in the past and incorporating the best insights of AI. Integration of AI into all branches. AI should support efficient and responsive governance by supporting executive decision-making, legislative analysis, and judicial processing. Yes, humans will still remain at the heart of governance, but by leveraging AI, governments can be more responsive to their citizens. AIWS universities should strive to become lifelong AI-empowered learning ecosystems, helping faculty to offer personalized education and accelerate research discoveries. Such universities would foster the interdisciplinary approach, integrating AI with ethics, policy, and technology to develop the next generation of leaders equipped to navigate the complexities of AI governance and innovation. And in the age of AI, AIWS healthcare providers can be more patient-centric. They can benefit from AI-driven predictive analytics, resource allocation, diagnostics, and treatment planning to enhance patient outcomes, reduce medical errors in pursuit of providing continual, equitable access to high-quality healthcare. And of course, cybersecurity and data protection take on even more important roles. AI governance and service delivery systems must be safeguarded from misuse. This AI-assisted 24 governance promises greater efficiency, accessibility, and responsiveness. To achieve this, we must ensure it empowers government workers and citizens alike in line with the Enlightenment spirit, rather than overwhelming them with bureaucracy. We are at a defining moment. The choice before us is not merely one of technological design, but one of philosophical alignment. Will we uphold the ideals of the Enlightenment, or will we allow them to be eclipsed by authoritarian efficiency? The tasks before us are clear. First, we must have humans continue to control AI. Second, we must champion the Democrat freedom-focused version of AI over the authoritarian model. And third, we must address the broader societal concerns that AI brings. France must embrace its Enlightenment heritage, cut the regulatory burdens, and lead in advancing safe, human-centered AI. By doing so, it will not only inspire Europe, but the world. The Enlightenment was a revolution of knowledge, autonomy, and progress. Today, we must ignite a similar revolution, ensuring that AI serves humanity, protects dignity, and upholds liberty. Together, let us ensure that democratic AI model prevails, not just for the sake of innovation, but for the preservation of the human spirit itself. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mark. And Mark talked about AIWS Government 24/7. I'd like to introduce a bit more. AIWS Government 27 is a very pioneering ideas and initiative of Boston Global Forum. We have introduced and launched this initiative on November 25 at Harvard University at ceremony to honor President Macron with World Leader for Peace and Security 2024. And this is the government non-stop, 24 hours and a day, 7 days a week. And with AI, with digital, with support, and we restructure and more effective. Of course, we effective in certain level, in solid foundation, not effective as some another leader doing what we do, that they restructure and apply new technology, but human-centered, support for human-centered. And this is, we will introduce in initiative and creating new Paris Enlightenment. And follow and support for this initiative, we are very honored to introduce Minister Sana Takaichi. She is a former Minister of Japan in economic security. And when we honor her World Leader in AI Society 2023, at that time, she is a minister, and she nearly became Prime Minister last October. When did you hear about that? She is a very good friend with Boston Global Forum, and as Prime Minister Shinzo Abe is a very dear friend. After Shinzo Abe passed away, we have Boston Global Forum initiative, Shinzo Abe initiative for peace and security. And today, Minister Sana Takaichi came in person, so she is so busy with political movement. So she sent a statement, and we would like to introduce my friend Nobi Mita, my special assistant from Tokyo, came here. We will, on behalf of Japan, bring a statement of Sana Takaichi support for AIWS government 24/7 and support for creating a new Paris of Enlightenment. And we would like to invite my assistant Queen Young read the statement. Thank you.
I'll read a statement on behalf of her. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished leaders, innovators, and policymakers, it is a great honor to stand before you today at the AI Action Summit to discuss a concept that is not only groundbreaking, but also essential to the evolution of governance in the 21st century, AIWS Government 24/7. As a former Minister of Economic Security of Japan, I have witnessed firsthand how the intersection of technology and governance has reshaped our societies. While we rightfully celebrate the remarkable advancements in digital transformation, we must also recognize the modern governance is becoming increasingly complex. The world today does not merely demand efficient governance. It requires governance that is responsive, transparent, and capable of operating 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. AIWS Government 24/7 is not merely an aspiration, it is a global necessity. The challenges we face today, ranging from climate change to public health crises and economic disruptions, require governments that can respond to in real time, provide seamless services, and anticipate the needs of their citizens. AIWS Government 24/7 presents a forward-looking model to meet these demands. The need for AIWS Government 24/7 and the role of security. In an increasingly interconnected and digitized world, traditional governance models are struggling to keep pace with the rapidly evolving expectations of citizens. Bureaucratic inefficiencies, delays in decision-making, and the inability to provide continuous public services are pressing challenges that must be addressed. AIWS Government 24/7 offers a compelling solution. First, it enables uninterrupted governance, ensuring that public services remain accessible at all times. Second, it integrates AI-driven decision-making, making governments faster, more intelligent, and more precise in their actions. Third, it fosters transparency and trust, strengthening the vital relationship between governments and the citizens. However, as we move toward this new era of AI-driven governance, we must not overlook the fundamental importance of security. Just as digital transformation cannot be fully realized without security, the same applies to AI. AI and security are inseparable. Advancing one without the other poses significant risks. AI-driven governance introduces new vulnerabilities, such as cyber threats targeting AI systems, the risk of data manipulation, and challenges in establishing international digital standards. Thus, we must ensure that AI is developed and deployed within a robust security framework. Without comprehensive security measures, the very foundation of AI-powered governance could be compromised. Japan's experience and proposals for the future. Japan has been actively working to enhance digital public infrastructure, strengthening governance through technology. Based on our experience, I would like to put forth 3 key proposals to accelerate the realization of AIWS Government 24/7 while ensuring security remains a top priority. First, data as the backbone of governance. Governments must invest in secure and unified data systems that facilitate seamless integration across departments. Japan has made significant strides in cybersecurity and digital identity infrastructure, offering valuable lessons in building a resilient and a trustworthy digital ecosystem. Second, human-centered AI design. While AI can optimize governance processes, its design must always be human-centric. It must respect cultural diversity, protect individual privacy, and be guided with the voices of the citizens. AI-driven governance must serve the people, not replace them, ensuring that citizens remain at the heart of all decision-making. Third, global collaboration and knowledge sharing. The realization of AIWS Government 24/7 cannot be achieved in isolation. International collaboration is essential, and countries must share the best practices and work together to establish inclusive and fair digital governance frameworks. The Global Alliance for Digital Governance provides an ideal platform to foster cooperation and ensure that no country is left behind in the AI age. A vision for the future, AI and security as the cornerstones of governance. Ladies and gentlemen, the implementation of AIWS Government 24/7 is not simply about adopting new technology. It is about transforming governance itself. It is about building a future where governments can anticipate and respond to challenges in real time, where public trust is strengthened through transparency, and where technology serves humanity rather than controls it. And at the foundation of this transformation lies the access with security. Digital transformation is meaningless without security. And the same applies to AI. We cannot separate AI from security, nor can we afford to develop AI without integrating strong safeguards. The challenge before us is not just about technological advancement, but also building a governance model that is resilient, inclusive, and secure. AIWS Government 24/7 is a vision that demands bold leadership, global cooperation, and unwavering commitment. Let us work together to turn this vision into reality. And not just for our governments, but for the progress and security of all humanity. The time to act is now. Thank you. Sanae Takaichi, February 11, 2025. Thank you.
Because our speaker, Sarah Saman, was a traffic train from another event came here later in this. So we As an agenda, we will invite Professor Tom Peterson. Tom Peterson, please. Before this event, before AI Action Summit, Boston Global Forum support together with French to organize on the road to the AI Action Summit. And we after their valuable contribution ideas for AI Action Summit for our initiative to French. So Professor Tom Peterson from Harvard University is a co-founder and board member of Boston Global Forum, research director. Will review and read our contribution from on the road to the AI Action Summit. Thank you, Tom.
No, thank you, Tuan. Can you hear me clearly?
Very clear.
Oh, good. Thank you. Well, hello, everyone. I'm in Boston, so I wish I was in Paris. I love Paris, and it sounds like Donald Trump. I love Paris, but I'm here, but I'm just delighted to be part of this event. It's really important. And as Tuan mentioned, we have a new Boston Global Forum initiative, the Enlightenment in Action program. And what it does is to seek ideas from talented students in the lead up, the road, as Tuan put it, to this summit. We heard from students from leading universities, including Stanford, Emory, Yale, Washington University, University College London, Northwestern, Georgetown, Johns Hopkins, UCLA, my own institution, Harvard. And collectively, these young minds offered more than 36 compelling ideas for the enlightened use of AI. Now, we're compiling their proposals into a report with proper attribution, and we'll provide it to policymakers, organizations, and innovators. Time does not allow me to cover all those proposals today, but I want to highlight a few key areas that demonstrate the breadth and richness of the students' ideas. One area is scientific research. We received, for example, a proposal for the creation of a cloud library. This initiative would directly support researchers and enhance collaboration by partnering with other AI research centers to exchange innovations and best practices. Another intriguing proposal in this area is the establishment of an international data library. We also received proposals in the area of social and economic development. One such proposal targets underserved rural populations, offering actionable suggestions for telemedicine services, educational platforms, optimizing farming practices, and disaster preparedness strategies. Another proposal in that area envisions a transformation in skills and workforce development through the use of AI. The third area where students provided thoughtful proposals was the use of AI for cultural and ethical leadership. One such proposal was for an AI cultural heritage preservation program that would utilize AI to digitally reconstruct and archive historical artifacts and cultural sites, with special attention to those endangered by climate change. A second idea in this area was an AI-enhanced public discourse platform. A fourth area where we received proposals is national and global security, where, for example, one proposed an AI national cyber defense shield, while another advocated for AI-powered crisis response network. A final area is proposals aimed at enhancing governance and policy innovation. One such proposal advocated an AI-powered policy innovation framework that would, for example, use policy forecasting models to estimate the long-term impact of proposed legislation. The second proposal in that area is for a national job market matching system involving job market forecasting, jobs placement, and upskilling. Now, as you can see, these examples illustrate the immense contribution that talented young leaders can make as we explore how AI can propel us into a new age of enlightenment. And as I conclude, let me emphasize that our Enlightenment in Action initiative is an ongoing effort. We will continue to seek guidance and inspiration from bright young minds to shape our work and that of others. And to the young leaders present with us today, I encourage you, if anything you hear sparks an idea or ignites your imagination, please share it with us. We are profoundly grateful for your contributions and look forward to your continuing engagement. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Tom. Before I think we can little bit adjust agenda. So we present special gift to tribute President Macron and friends after later. But now I think we should introduce first, then we discuss. As you hear already, so we also maybe you receive our document text introduce about creating a new Paris of Enlightenment. This is a proposal to contribute ideas, strategy, solution, program for French leapfrog to AI. Why? When we discuss with President Macron team, we learn that the French and President Macron really want to build and make France very successful and very strong in AI economy and in AI society. But also we know French lack some resource and fall behind with the US, China, some countries. But how, with this situation, we can make French leapfrog and catch up and play leading, pioneering the world with AI. So this document we contribute ideas and initiative for that. That is the most important. We think about that is a form enlightenment, combined with enlightenment. That's a new enlightenment, new Paris enlightenment. We new enlightenment in AI age. And when we build the social contract for the AI age, we can do French many times to learn to hear again history with social contract with our distinguished thinkers in last centuries. So now is the time we with new concept, new principle. What? Yes. For AI and society, and with many things, but also include equality of gender. There are many women and ladies talented can contribute, can develop AI in many areas. And why not? French can do that. And with our friend Elizabeth Moreno, she is very passionate for that. And French can lead the world in this also. So that politics, society, and in government, as Mark and Minister Samantha Kaichi talked already, that is, we hope and we ready to work together, support French to build model and deploy, implement AIWS government 24/7. France will lead in the world, but the first country to build it very pioneering model. And I think this is a trend for they will happen. But we hope happen in the French, and French will lead in AI very, very large. But we need to choose some very, very special, I think the special project, special initiative, make breakthrough and leapfrog. By that way, there are many, many areas, many fields can develop together. So that are our ideas in the document. And also together with that, my friends talk already, and the document have already. So we don't want to repeat again that AIWS University, AIWS Healthcare, and many, many new ideas French can pioneer with that together with AIWS government 24/7. But resource, who can do? So we think about young students. That's why Professor Tom Peterson introduced already, and today we have representative of Enlightenment in Action Alliance. We found in December 2024, attract top talent students from top university, from Harvard, MIT, Stanford, Berkeley, UCLA, Yale, Columbia, Georgetown, Chicago, and UK, French, many. And that student, now they very, very talented and very good, very high energy and very good knowledge already. Yeah. Well, with AI, we think that in the second year or third year of the university, they can do very much with our experience. They intern the contribution for Boston Colonial Forum. So we found EAA, and EAA will join together, bring together young, high energy, talented for AI, economy for AI development in France. That is our contribution for President Macron and France. And the second, we build new model, that is a new Silicon Valley model, connect research center in the world, from Boston area, from Silicon Valley, from many cities, innovation city, of course, including Paris and European cities. So we can make new connection, new alignment between research center, excellent research center, and this we name it global mountain, like global enlightenment mountain. That is Silicon Valley, but mountain. So this is also resource. We have global enlightenment club to bring distinguished business leaders. They passionate and they would like to contribute for the world, better world with AI, not only profit. They think about that better world with AI. So they join and they together, they confirm they together with French to support, to build French is a pioneering model. So there are many things, but we would like to introduce some highlight, and you can see in our document. So now we would like to introduce our member from Harvard and UCLA, UCL. And Sarah, please.
Thank you all. Thank you all for coming today. My name is Sarosh Nagar. I'm a Marshall Scholar and a researcher at University College London. Just before I begin, I'd like to thank everybody for taking the time to come today, and to France for hosting such a wonderful event. the Boston Global Forum established our grouping, the Enlightenment in Action Alliance, to support President Macron and France in bringing together talented students from top universities to contribute to France and the global AI community. As part of this alliance, over the last few weeks, the Boston Global Forum's youth delegates have proposed several ways that France can together harness the benefits of AI for good. These proposals were reviewed by Boston Global Forum's distinguished board, and afterwards, many of these world-renowned experts selected several final proposals for inclusion in the report. Mr. Patterson has spoken at length about some of the proposals, but I will speak a little further with more detail onto the animating values, beliefs, and principles that have guided our work in this report. Young people have a profound role to play in the governance and development of AI. As the first digitally native generation, it is essential that they have a vital seat in any forum to help decide the future of this technology, for it is our world that we will inherit. As a result, our report proposes 5 key areas where we believe France and other global governments should take quick action to harness the benefits of AI for good. First, we propose that AI should be harnessed to enhance scientific research while also ensuring effective data governance. AI has immense scientific applications, including diffusion-based generative models that can help with protein structure prediction and more. Similarly, a central part of this development is to curate the datasets that involve AI, both to curate them against potential bias and ensure they are inclusive, and because efficient curation leads to more efficient models. As a result, we propose launching both a cloud laboratory to automate AI for science research in the biosciences and material sciences, but also propose the creation of a data library of high-quality public datasets for researchers to access to harness advancements in AI. Second, we believe that governments worldwide need to harness the power of AI for economic development. It is estimated that AI will add over 10 trillion to the global economy by 2030. But these benefits must be widely accessible. Therefore, our report, as highlighted earlier, focuses on, yes, ensuring AI is used in rural communities, such as using large multimodal models for agricultural purposes to help analyze different use cases. Similarly, we propose launching initiatives to upskill the workforce for AI with apprenticeships, vocational training, and more. Third, our report highlights the fact that AI must be a tool of cultural preservation and public discourse. Being in France, a nation with such a rich cultural and civic tradition, it is incumbent on us to reflect on how AI can enhance this fabric in our societies. Therefore, our report calls for launching an AI-based cultural heritage preservation program, utilizing AI, virtual reality, and augmented reality to digitally reconstruct cultural sites. We call for launching programs to educate members of society on AI ethics and create an inclusive, democratic governance-aligned platform to create lively debate among citizens in our digital age. Fourth, we propose ways that France and other governments should harness AI to enhance security. Initial analyses suggest AI is an offense-centric technology, meaning that it favors offensive capabilities more than defensive ones, which creates the necessary question to ask, how should we enhance defensive uses of the technology? Our report proposes creating a national AI cyber shield, a program of advanced AI agents for real-time cybersecurity monitoring and zero-day vulnerability detection. We also propose launching an AI-powered crisis response network to harness frontier models for things like disaster prediction, response coordination, and more. Lastly, we propose that governments use AI directly to harness policymaking in the spirit of the governance 24/7 setting proposed by the Boston Global Forum. We believe that AI-enabled governance has incredible opportunities to speed up bureaucratic processes, and so suggest programs to use frontier models to engage in forecasting of the impacts of pieces of legislation, design more energetically efficient AI systems, and propose ways to use machine learning algorithms like recommender systems in job matching purposes as well. This report will be available for review online in the future and could not have been done without the aid of a large list of youth collaborators. But together, we hope that these youth contributions to the report will serve a vital and valuable purpose. France was a global leader in the first age of enlightenment, contributing many ideas to the rich cultural tradition of this world. And we hope that, much as it did in the past, this new enlightenment that we propose in this report can continue to grow strong and ensure an era of technological innovation and governance for many years to come. Thank you.
Thank you. So now we are start to technical solution. While we wait for Salah Sama, we can present solution from Alex Independent, professor MIT, and board member of Boston Global Forum. Please. And I would like to say, because there are a lot of speakers who would like to contribute and with videos, because the time we don't have enough for present all speakers. So after conference, we will present video of the speakers, and we will email you and let you know the link, and you can see later. Today we will try to.
Hello, my name's Alex Penland.
Online.
Professor at both Stanford and MIT. And I was asked to talk about how can we have democracy, good governance in the age of AI. And this is, of course, a really impressively difficult question, and one that is incredibly important. And it's worthwhile to look backward in time and ask, where else have we been confronted with things that are so complicated, so challenging, that ordinary citizens couldn't imagine really being able to cope? And I think there are several examples. One is law. Law is very complicated, and this is why we have lawyers who have a fiduciary responsibility to represent people. The same thing is true in medicine, where we have doctors whose duty is to represent the patient. And even in accounting, where accountants are required to represent their clients. In each of these cases, we have agents, human agents, that are supposed to represent the interests of the client. And one can imagine building AI agents that work for the individual and are smart enough to be able to bring all the factors to bear to make it a reasonable amount of complexity for the citizen to be able to deal with all of these complexities of misinformation and political detail and intrigue and so on and so forth. And in fact, we've shown in large-scale experiments here at Stanford that you can do this, and it has impressive effects on misinformation, on people's awareness of the situation, without removing their agency. It's merely like Google search, but guaranteed to represent for the individual, not for whatever entity is trying to persuade it. And in representing for the individual, it's not in an echo chamber. It's trying to present all the different sides in a way that are understandable. And the short thing is it works, and works well, represents minority views, does many of the things you would think about. And the key is the AI doesn't try to make decisions for you. It tries to help you in your deliberation. It tries to provide information that can be useful to you without persuading you one way or the other. And the evidence is that works really pretty well, more than you would think. So we've been building these things. We have a test case in Washington, D.C. with the citizens, and then assuming that all goes well with other cities around the United States. And I think it's something that you can generalize. You can imagine, for instance, who's going to represent a consumer in a world where all of the companies have agents trying to persuade you? Who's going to represent the citizen in a world where there's medical information, misinformation, and much of it is economically motivated? So empowering citizens to have broader, more deliberative agency is, I think, a great way forward. And we had a session at Davos this year about that, and got amazing people to show up and take it very seriously, both for medicine and for law and for government. So it represents a way that is forward, that helps things. It's probably not the ultimate answer, of course. But it's certainly the case that in a world filled with agents, we need agents to represent and defend ourselves. So thank you. For more information, please feel free to contact me.
Thank you so much, Sandy. And now we have Sandy, we have to have Sarah, the team friend. So now Sarah Sama came in the room already. Sarah Sama is a high-level advisory board of AI to Secretary General of United Nations, and he is a father of some very distinguished public infrastructure, digital and AI in India. So welcome, Sarah.
Yes, okay. Wait. Huh? Go on. All right.
Up to you. Wherever the yes, you can stand in the stage.
Huh?
You are
I
standing.
don't mind standing.
Okay, you can stand here. Up to you. Yeah.
All right. So the last 2 days have been an important moment for AI. Remember the last 2 summits that took place were about essentially AI safety. Here there was a focus on action. And the next summit, I don't know whether you know, has been announced at the closing ceremony. It will be held in India. And that will be called the AI Impact Summit. Because eventually we got to get to impact, right? And we got to figure out how AI can lift the lives of people, without getting bogged down by the risks that we have. Now, the risks are very important, and we in India are very, very aware of them. You know why? Can I ask you a trick question? In India, we had 23 million babies last year. The next country which had lots of babies is China. How many babies did China have? So I'll give you options. 21 million, 16 million, 9 million.
9 million?
9 million. Nigeria was 8 million. In fact, if you take the next 5 countries after India, they are roughly about 23 million. So in India, we have to worry about children at a scale that no other country has to worry about. We have the largest number of people who are under 15-year-old in the world. So we have to worry about them, because AI, while it can lift them, it can keep them healthier, it can give them better education, it can help them fulfill their fullest potential. It can also destroy young lives because of AI, pornography, AI, gambling, AI, gaming, and many other ills that are there. So I am not standing here to say that we can ignore AI safety. I don't say that at all. But I say that, look, there is an opportunity with AI that we also have to seize in the fullest way. Now, there is a particular thinking about AI that is emerging in some parts of the world. And you may be already familiar with this, but I'll go ahead and share it with you, and humor me. And I'll start with actually Professor Sandy Penton. He's the father, is one of the fathers of the original internet. What was original internet? If you think of the original internet, it was to put public infrastructure to mediate the flow of packets through a protocol called TCP/IP. It was to mediate the flow of messages through a protocol called SMTP. Every email that we send today goes through SMTP, right? A system in the middle, which is not a company, it's a protocol. It is data blind. It doesn't capture any value, or it does its job as a public utility. And then to allow for web content to move from one place to another through a protocol called HTTP. And that is what created this opportunity where a young girl in India, in a rural part of India, can learn a new language using the internet. So it's been a very powerful phenomenon. But in India, we realized that if we have to democratize transactions, digital transactions, we need to think out of the box. What is a digital transaction? Let's say I want to go to Geneva from here. I'll go to a website. I'll identify myself. I'll say I'm Sharad Sharma. Then I'll give some personal information. When do I wish to travel? And where, right? And then finally I'll pay for the ticket using a payment system. So every digital transaction involves identity, some payment, and information. Today, for all these three things, there are toll collectors that are there, which are private companies. And in fact, I won't even need to mention the names of those companies because you know them. They are the richest companies in the world. Because in every digital transaction that you do, there's a toll collector for identity, there's a toll collector for sharing of information, there's a toll collector of payments. And in India, 12 years ago, we said if we have to democratize transactions in India, this is not going to work. Because the cost of a digital transaction is going to be too high. So we put in place digital infrastructure, which mediates the flow of people, money, and information. Today, I'm standing here, and today, 49% of the digital payments of the world will happen in India. And that system is only 6 years old. Right? So why is India exploded with digital transactions of every kind? Because we replaced private toll collectors with digital public infrastructure. Much the same way, imagine for a moment, if for a postal system, we had a postal system which was a profit-seeking entity, it would be a very rich company by now. And if it had the right to read your postal mail, they would be even more powerful because they knew what you were going to do. We purposely created back in time a postal system which was data blind and a public utility. We did that for email, but we didn't do that for the flow of people, money, and information. That system is now generally called, in India, it's called the India Stack. It's generally called the digital public infrastructure revolution that is happening. Now, what is that to do with AI? AI, you can say for sure that AI is also a list of things, right? You have applications. Applications will rely on models. Models will rely on data. Today, all the models have been built on the back of so-called public data. I say so-called because the model companies didn't respect copyright for that, as you know, right? And so there is some debate about whether it is public data or not. But we know that the next generation of models will have to rely on data that is never going to be public. In France, for example, you have 35 years or more of longitudinal health data. Why is that not available to French startups? It's not available to French startups because it's got privacy inside that data. You can't afford to compromise the privacy of your citizens. So therefore, that data has not been given to AI. But if you really want to lift health in a big way, then you need to be able to build models using that data. You have data inside companies, which is very valuable because it teaches you how to deal with, how to solve many problems inside companies. But that data has confidentiality and secrecy associated with that. That's never going to become public data. But that data has to be used by models as well. And then you have some other data, which may be national data, where sovereign rights are very important. So in the next generation of the AI revolution, you have to unlock these data sets without compromising privacy, without compromising secrecy, and without compromising sovereignty. Now, there are private companies who will happily do it for you, but they will become the toll collectors between the data providers and the people who will use that data. They're called data consumers, the modelers, and they'll become very powerful toll collectors. Do you want that? No. So you, instead of having private toll collectors sitting between this flow of training data, the new generation of training data, you want to actually put a public infrastructure that is a public utility that is not optimizing for profits and is data blind itself. Today, if you happen to hear the speech of our Prime Minister, he talked about exactly this public infrastructure called DEPA, Data Empowerment and Protection Architecture. It's already working in India. France is doing a pilot. Japan is doing a pilot. Why? Because we need something like this. Because if we don't have this generation of public infrastructure, we will give too much power away to private toll collectors who will then compromise many things. In fact, the President Macron often says it will compromise democracy itself.
Allô?
Yeah, it looks like we lost connection.
Yeah, Pedro Lopez. We would like to invite Minister Pedro Lopez.
How do you put it?
Can you hear me?
Yes, very good. Sorry that disconnect a few minutes. Somehow reconnect already. Thank you.
Please confirm if you can hear me.
Yes, very clear. Please come down.
Yeah, please talk.
Hi everyone. I would like to
Hello.
Yes.
Yes, please talk now.
I would like to congratulate the organization for organizing this event that is important for all of us. My name is Pedro Lopes. I'm Secretary of State for Digital Economy of Cabo Verde in West Africa. Cabo Verde has historically depended on tourism as a key driver of our economy. However, we recognize the urgent need to diversify our economy, and we believe technology can be the way forward. We proudly position ourselves as the tech islands of West Africa. Being a small country doesn't limit us. In fact, it makes us more flexible and agile in adopting new technologies like artificial intelligence. Cabo Verde can be a sandbox for testing and implementing innovative technologies, offering a unique environment for experimentation and growth. Through our digital economy strategy, we aim to transform Cabo Verde into a digital nation. We are investing on digital infrastructure, data centers, and a brand new tech park, but more importantly, we are focusing on using AI to improve governance and also give digital skills to young people. Digitalizing public services. Our goal is to fully digitalize public services, making them more accessible and efficient for all citizens. And we have a big diaspora. We have the double of the population living outside of the country. So using technology and AI is really important. Empowering youth. We want our young people to not just benefit from technology, but to be global contributors, working from Cabo Verde for companies and clients around the world. We want to be as well a hub of services of technology for young people not having to leave the country. Fighting corruption. Thanks to technology, Cabo Verde enjoys low and in many cases no inexistent levels of corruption. AI helps strengthen transparency and accountability across all sectors. Data-driven policymaking. By harnessing big data and predictive analysis, we can anticipate challenges, allocate resources better, and respond more effectively to citizens' needs. But our ambition goes beyond our region. We aim to be a reference in technology, not just for West Africa, but for the entire Atlantic. Our geographical position, bridging continents, combined with political stability and a strong commitment to rule of law, makes Cabo Verde an ideal hub for technology and innovation. We are creating a space where technology thrives, businesses grow, and governance become more efficient and transparent. Today, I want to extend a challenge to our fellow African nations. Let Cabo Verde to be the laboratory for good governance powered by AI. We invite African governments to test AI solutions with us here in Cabo Verde, a nation already leading in e-government in our sub-region and a global reference for democracy. Our size, political stability, and technology infrastructure makes us the perfect sandbox to pilot AI projects that can later be scaled across the continent. And together, we can build an Africa focused on the future, where AI empowers governments to better serve people and reinforce democratic values. We believe that AI will allow our generation to take the leap forward we all aspire to. But this is not just Cabo Verde's vision. It's a call for collaboration across Africa and across Atlantic. By working together, we can ensure that AI doesn't just transform technology, but transform lives. Of course, this journey isn't without its hurdles. Ethical considerations, data privacy, and the risk of bias in AI algorithms are real concerns. For small nations like ours, ensuring inclusivity is vital. We can't afford to leave anyone behind in digital transition. Moreover, we must ensure that AI doesn't replace human empathy and governance. Technology should enhance human decision-making, not replace it. Again, technology should enhance human decision-making, not replace it. AI has the power to make governments smarter and societies fairer, but for this to happen, we need global collaboration. Small nations like Cabo Verde can offer unique perspectives while learning from global leaders to ensure AI is used responsibly and equitably. Let's harness the power of AI, not just to transform governance, but to transform lives, creating a future where governments are accessible, transparent, and truly serve the people 24/7. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Minister. Before continuing, I would like to learn from our group. So, we wish welcome any raise the hand, people raise the hand to discuss with our speakers. Yes, cool. While we are waiting for discussion, we continue invite Nakayama from Japan. Yeah, 3 minutes, Nakayama.
Hi, good afternoon. Bonjour. Je m'appelle Nakayama. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished leaders, policymakers, and innovators, and thank you very much, Mr. Tuan, for having me here now. It is a great honor to speak at this important summit. First, I sincerely regret that I cannot be with you in Paris today. As a representative of BGF in Japan and Taiwan, I would like to extend my heartfelt congratulations to Audrey Tang for receiving this prestigious award. And originally, I had planned to attend the summit alongside Sanae Takaichi, but unfortunately, I could not adjust my schedule as I had hoped. Instead, I'm joining remotely from Japan. This moment brings back special memories for me from 1986 to 1989. I lived in Alsace, France, during high school years. Those 3 years shaped my worldview and gave me deep appreciation for France, its culture, its people, and of course, its fantastic wine. So while I am honored to join you virtually, I must admit I truly wish I were in France enjoying a fine glass of Alsace wine with you. Now let me turn to today's main topic, AI-driven governance that operates 24/7. AI is transforming every aspect of our societies, politics, the economy, and security. But AI is not just a tool. It is a force that is reshaping the global balance of power. The 20th century Cold War has evolved into a 21st century struggle between democracy and authoritarianism. And AI is at the center of this competition. But let's be clear, no side is guaranteed victory forever. Like Hollywood movie, the day may come when AI surpasses human intelligence, creating technologies beyond our imagination. Autonomous weapons, ultra-intelligent computers, and self-evolving algorithm. What if AI starts making decisions without human control? What if it turns against us? If that day comes, we can only hope for a Hollywood-style happy ending. But instead of relying on hope, we must act now to prevent this scenario. That is why governments, businesses, engineers, and civil society must work together to create clear ethical, and enforceable AI regulations. 3 key priorities for AI governance to ensure that AI serves humanity and does not control it. I propose 3 essential comments. 1, AI for national and cybersecurity. 2, human-centric AI governance. 3, global collaboration on AI ethics and standards. In Japan, AI is a growing topic of internet. I have received many invitations to arrange lectures by AI experts. However, there is a shortage of recognized specialists, and many people are unsure who truly qualifies as an expert. I recently read an interview with an AI engineer who said, when AI-powered military weapons are activated, it is not the role of scientists to decide how they are used. This statement highlights an important truth. AI governance is not just for engineers or scientists. It is a responsibility for all of society. Ethical considerations, risk assessment, and governance structures must be put in place with a sense of urgency. And these rules must evolve alongside AI technology. Now is the time for humanity to shape the rules that will govern AI. We must act swiftly to ensure safety, seek both international consensus, and prevent AI from spiraling out of control. If we hesitate, we risk losing control of our own future. Let us work together to build secure, ethical, and human-controlled AI governance. The future of AI-driven government depends on the choice we make today. So thank you very much. ありがとうございます。Merci beaucoup. Je t'aime.
Would like to learn from Jean Mouat, just my upper Cocody City, Ivory Coast. Another voice, another view from Africa.
Bonsoir. Please, I'm speak French. Je suis Jean-Marc Yassé et je suis le maire de la commune de Cocody. 132 km², 8,000 people living. Ben, écoutez, pour l'intelligence artificielle, je pense que c'est pour moi, une très bonne chose parce que déjà en tant que planteur aussi, j'utilise déjà tout ce qui est traçabilité par rapport à mes fruits. Donc, des plantations jusqu'à rendu en Europe pour la vente. Mais je me dis une chose que l'intelligence artificielle peut sauver des vies, certes, et sauver et changer la planète. Mais moi, j'ai un peu peur parce qu'il va nous falloir contrôler ce système. Parce que si ça tombe dans la main de personnes mal intentionnées, je pense que l'intelligence artificielle peut être basculée sur autre chose. Les avantages pour moi de l'intelligence artificielle, ça nous permet de gagner du temps au niveau du travail, donc c'est-à-dire au niveau de l'industrie, au niveau des plantations et tout. 2, au niveau de la santé, très avantageux. Au niveau de l'agriculture, très avantageux. Mais au niveau des profils et du potentiel des uns et des autres, bon, aujourd'hui, un élève peut se balancer sur l'intelligence artificielle. Il va taper sur un code, il a toutes les réponses. Ça ne nous donne plus la valeur exacte de la personne. On ne sait plus si oui ou non la personne est compétente ou pas compétente. Donc, ça je ne sais pas comment vous dire, mais ça dévalue la qualité de la personne. Ça, c'est 1. Au niveau de la culture, vous avez l'intelligence artificielle qui peut vous permettre de modifier les voix. Demain matin, on ne saura pas qui sait bien chanter et sait mal chanter. Donc, il y a l'avantage et il y a les inconvénients de l'intelligence artificielle. Et puis, au niveau du temps, bon, écoutez, moi, je suis en train de regarder et je me dis, bon, oui, c'est une bonne chose, ça aide la vie, mais on va remplacer et supprimer des emplois. Il y a des endroits où on peut quand même garder les hommes, déjà que nous sommes avec beaucoup d'un taux de chômage. Est-ce que ces machines qui vont forcément prendre leur source des humains, ne peut pas permettre dans les secteurs, au niveau de l'industriel, au niveau de la santé, au niveau de la culture, d'accord, mais sur le plan du travail, sur les supermarchés et autres, on peut quand même conserver pour donner un peu de travail aux gens. Je parle en tant que magistrat, c'est-à-dire premier magistrat d'une commune, c'est-à-dire je préserve les emplois des uns et des autres. Donc, voilà mon point de vue pour moi sur l'intelligence artificielle. Et je suis un peu sceptique. Si nous ne maîtrisons pas, si vous n'avez pas mis en place un instrument de contrôle, je pense que ça va aller dans tous les sens. Donc, à nous de savoir limiter. Je pense que vous avez la capacité de pouvoir contrôler ou limiter l'avantage, mais voilà un peu mes préoccupations sur l'intelligence artificielle, mais nous l'utilisons déjà, nous, au niveau des différentes plantations et de l'exploitation au niveau des fruits et légumes. Donc, c'est une bonne chose, certes, mais il faut la contrôler. Merci.
Merci beaucoup. And our conference attract many young students from EAA around the world join. So we welcome any member EAA discuss, and please raise the hand. But before that, I would like again to learn from our people here. So while we wait for your discussion and opinion, we would like to invite Deputy Minister for Digital Affairs from Taiwan. He sent video already, but I would like to hear directly is better. Yijing, please.
Hi. Hi, my name is Yijing Lin. I'm the Deputy Minister of Digital Affairs of Taiwan. Today, I'm going to talk about how Taiwan can help to create a better world through AI technology. The world is changing rapidly. Just 8 years ago, when Donald Trump became the President of the United States for the first time, there was only one global supply chain. But now, the global supply chain is splitting into two. On one side is the so-called democratic supply chain, led by the USA. On the other side is the so-called red supply chain, led by China. These two camps are competing fiercely. Each side wants to dominate AI technology because everyone knows that whoever controls AI technology will control the future. And there are 4 major powers in this AI war: the USA, China, the EU, and Taiwan. The USA and China are the 2 AI software superpowers. They are the only 2 countries with enough resources to develop advanced modern AI systems. The EU is the so-called regulatory superpower. With the Brussels effect, the EU can ensure that the AI system developed by the USA and China do not spiral out of control. As we know, it is widely expected that the AI intelligence may exceed human intelligence in the next 3 to 5 years. This poses a great danger to humanity. Then there is Taiwan. Taiwan is the AI hardware superpower, producing more than 90% of the world's advanced AI semiconductors. Taiwan must ensure that these semiconductors do not fall into the wrong hands. Taiwan must help the EU and the USA to ensure that good guy wins. Or to put it another way, the EU, the USA, and Taiwan must work together to make sure that democracy wins. If we lose the AI war, authoritarian countries may control the world's ideology. They may even change the definition of democracy. For example, North Korea calls itself the Democratic People's Republic of Korea. They think their country is a democracy, but they have a very different definition of democracy from ours. So imagine a future world where the red supply chain wins the AI war and control AI systems. The AI system will tell us that North Korea and China are true democracies, while the EU, the USA, and Taiwan are not. That will be a disaster. So let's work together to ensure that democracy wins in this AI war. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And now, thank you so much for ENF, PSL host and support for Boston Global Forum organize this event. And before I conclude, before the finish and conclude, on behalf of Boston Global Forum, we, on my heart, to say thank you, friends. Thank you, my dear friends in French. Thank you for all our people join here, our friends. And as I thought, you cannot only show and confidence with a start for movement to work together with President Macron and French to lead, to build a new Paris of enlightenment. And I would like to invite my friend Joseph concluding.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I really appreciate all of you here hearing us. It is right. Paris was the place of our big revolution in the past, and history recalls again Paris to be one of the biggest cities in the world to handle and try to understand what can we expect from this future, which is already here. So I think that everything must not be based only on technology. We must put the human factor in the center. We must engage all the segments of the audiences. We must engage visionaries. We must engage artists. This is only an example how to talk about AI, but I think it must be more. We must trigger a revolution in every neighborhood. So this is why we have to talk about audience development, audience engagement, attract young people in all the sectors of the industry and all the segments of the audience. This is an example how I talk about AI using visual arts. We are able to talk about AI also using visual arts and arts. This is a theater show called Autismos. So we must fill all the channels of entertainment, all the channels of education, and all the channels where civil society is ready to handle this big change. I would like to add something in this wonderful meeting. What characterizes our society today is not only change. Every society changed in the past. The characteristic of this moment today is the acceleration process of our society, is the anticipation of the future that's going too fast. That's why we have to not only be pulled by AI to an unknown future, but we must also look back and understand our roots, our identity, and our heritage. If we build our identity in a strong way, we will face and we will not be afraid about AI, and that will become a simple tool that can be handled by everybody, also by children and adults. Thank you very much for your attention. The revolution starts here. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ENF. Thank you so much, my dear friend, EAPA in online, and all our very distinguished speakers today. Thank you so much. See you soon with Boston Global Forum, and we will post many speakers and video on
Thank you, everyone.
BCF also. Thank you.